Alright folks, we are back just where we left it, continuing the war with Mewar. For land that we need for strategic mission completion reasons. Murta is over. Alright, come on now, surely this war is over. Wow, they are determined. Alright, Mewar, we can keep going. I mean, I don't know what the point of this is, but... Oh. There's that revolt that I knew was coming. Let's go handle that. Okay, done. Overextension is a little high, true. But we're not gonna keep these provinces. We're gonna hand them over pretty quickly to our vassal, because we don't want most of this. Alright, Mewar, come on. There we go. Alright, we need 12 provinces. We are asking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Can I take one more? No, they won't let me take one more, but 12 is all we need, so that should do it. And we will take as much cash as we can. We will send our demand. There we go. We do not want most of these provinces. We may have an interest in some of the trade ones, but not the rest. So, let us, before our aggressive expansion thing goes completely out of control, let us go to Palatana. Let us grant them some provinces. The Baruch. You can have Gurnar. And Porbonder. I'm sure I'm totally massacring the spelling here. Alright. Let's see if that satisfies the mission. It does. This will give us global trade power and ship trade power. There's also a bonus if we have a province with an estuary and a level 3 center of trade. I looked at this briefly. We have lots of centers of trade, but the only estuary provinces with a center of trade, so like that's an estuary, but there's no center of trade, is this province here. And then I think there's one up here in the Ganges. And so the question is, can I buy Velandu from Bahamanas? And I don't think we can, and I honestly do not think I care. Like, I'm really not a colonizer this game. I'm really just over here in India because this mission says I have to be here, and because I get a juicy bonus. And so we are going to basically withdraw, honestly, from India at this point. We're going to call it mission accomplished and pull out of India. At which point, oh, yeah, that's the other mission that we know we've got. Now let's go ahead and grant them the rest of these provinces that we do not need. I just wanted to make sure handing them away didn't somehow mess up our mission. Let's grant them the province of Patan. Grant the province of Barmer. Grant province of Umarkot. Grant the province of Nasrpur. Grant the province of Kutch. And grant the province of Thata. There you go. They should be pretty happy and loyal, I would think, because we basically turned them from nothing into something. Now let's get back down here. And honestly, then we are going to start shipping our troops back across the ocean to where we actually can put them to better service. Let's make sure these have all been put into a trade company while we're over here real quick. Looks like they are in a trade company. We also can now decide whether we really want to be allied to Bahamanas anymore, since our interest is not very high in this region, or to Vijayanagar. But Vijayanagar is, I think, one of the great powers. They are a great power. They're the 8th. They're kind of on the border, but they're pretty powerful, so I think we'll hold on to them for now. And start shipping our troops back across the ocean. can claim the economic hegemon status. I think I have a mission that requires this, doesn't it? No, it doesn't actually. This is the mission, though, that gives me a bonus for having the buffs for trading in iron and copper. While Narbonne, Toulouse, Armagnac, and Bordeaux have at least 40 development, then we will also get another bonus on there, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on those as we have development opportunities. Right now, I don't really see the benefit in taking the economic hegemon because it's just gonna tick off other people, and it doesn't really, we're not like desperately needing anything. Because the bonus for economic hegemon is dev cost, war exhaustion, merc power. I mean, don't get me wrong, the goods produced is awesome and the governing capacity are helpful, but I just am not convinced that the diplomatic angst it's going to create is going to be worth it. Let's see which leader's gonna stay here. One of these armies will have to stay in India. Alright, let's sail this army back to the New World. Advisor resigns. Okay, whatever. Let's bring this fleet here. What is wrong? What are we angsting about right now? How did we get over our... Why are we over aggressive expansion limit all of a sudden? Because I handed off everything that we took. We had a temporary modifier, I think we had a temporary modifier that expired that reduced the overextension limit or something. Well, no matter. We'll just bring in the excellent chief advisor that we had. I think we need to also find ways to do things that are going to get Castile to be happy with me. And I'm pretty sure Castile has an interest in these provinces. And so what we probably should do is attack Aragon. They're allied with Castile. What? Castile, come on now. Castile has an interest in Tunis, I think I saw as well. Castile, just conquer those islands. Why would you ally that nation? Anyways. They have a really high interest in these. And so what we probably should do is use our spies, which we definitely do not need to be using for that anymore. Let's use our spies. They're allied with the Ottomans, though. That is going to be a pain. And Touggourt and Fezzan. I guess we could go to war with the Ottomans. Let's just start building up spy network, just in case. Because we could attack Tunis, then just give tons of land to Castile in order to get tons of favors, and then trade them pieces of Italy for it. They also want Portugal really bad. So we could try to get into a war with Portugal if we have any provinces that can fabricate on them. Do we have any provinces that border Portugal? We do. We could get into a war with Portugal. Let's fabricate on them as well. Hello, Portugal. Build spy network on Portugal. Alright, let us unpause and hope that this will go ahead and we'll get our legitimacy back under control here in just a moment. Just need to core a few provinces and the problem will be solved. Oh, luckily we're standing on top of wherever that was. We're also way over our governing capacity again, probably because, again, we had that temporary modifier that has expired. Cagliari and Sassari. Come on, I don't want to press this because then that'll just open up the opportunity for another event to fire, so we want to let these finish quickly. There we go. Okay, now we can... Okay, separative sentiments. There's what it is. Then we are going to definitely need to go back to our buildings and build more town halls. Alright, let's throw a few of those out to try to get our governing capacity back under control. We have pulled in some very rich territory, that's for sure. Wonder why they don't just attack Portugal directly. Sure, happy to give soldiers, that's the easiest thing to give. Allied with England, Ethiopia, and New Providence. What else does our vassal have claims on? Like, literally everything around them. So, probably a war with some of these minor powers will be good once we get our aggressive expansion modifiers back under control. Independence of Brunswick guaranteed by Brandenburg. Our trade power is slowly inching up here as we get more and more of the provinces in. Let's crank autonomy down in our new territory so we get more out of it. Venice has the Venetian arsenal, which is just additional construction, but we already have Toulon, so I don't think we really need that. Right, we've got some of our troops back over here. Let's go pick up the other ones. Right, we probably have enough points to fabricate some claims here. We will probably fabricate a claim on this entire state. Probably Tunisia, if we were going to do this. There we go. And then on Portugal, let's fabricate claim on an area. The only place we can fabricate on them is Natal. And so what we will probably do is bring the fleet around and park it here so that we can get the war goal very easily. The other thing we will need to do is let's get troops down, because we will need to get war score from participation. So let's move troops down into position. This is not a war for us to take anything, it's just a war to give France stuff. Or to give Castile stuff. Duomo di Milano, this will give them some benefits. Let's just do this for them. We can take our next idea group, which will give us fort maintenance and defense. Printing press, thank you. Alright, we have our military in position. In that location. Where is the Navy? Needs to get over to here so we can pick up this other army. I'm gonna put this one onto... Wow, 4 mercantilism, that is great. Let's do autonomous rebel suppression with this army, so that we don't have to micromanage this anymore. There we go. We can also use our high levels of admin to grant me more governing capacity as well. This is another way to get little chunks of 20. There we go, that added a little bit. We will, sure, have some money. Brandenburg. Excellent, the fleet has arrived. We will attach to the fleet. Let us bring them around to here. The Ottomans in a war? They are. I thought I saw some troops of theirs moving. Transoxiana and Hormuz. I assume the Ottomans will still protect Tunis. They will. The Ottomans are in debt, but not enough in debt. We need Syracuse for 84. We're getting close. Hamanus is having some events. Interesting. I don't want to pull the trigger on this quite yet because we're so close to 84 that I don't want to waste the points that we would get. By basically, I don't want to... I can only get so many favors in one go. And so I don't want to go for favors too early and then waste it by going over the limit. Tortuga Island. This will give us defensiveness, blockade, privateer. Not super useful, but it's not that expensive, so we'll give it to our vassal. Puerto del Moro in Puerto Rico, though, does give us naval force limit, which is useful sometimes, so we will do that. And then the Venetian arsenal, it only needs 1 upgrade. It will give us another ship location, so we probably will do that. Let me split the fleet in half and upgrade half of the fleet. I've learned from one of our earlier campaigns that you don't want to do it all at one time, otherwise your vassals all of a sudden decide that you're weak because you've got a weak navy, even though they don't even have a navy. Let us summon the Diet. The clergy want a cathedral. They want me to get a province. That's probably the one we want. We're losing some military leaders here. They want this to have a... Let's put a workshop in here like they want. As collators. Alright, we're about to have enough to ask for Syracuse. Who wants access to roll? Silly. No, we don't want to give access to any of these people. Alright, now we can return Syracuse. Return core province, Syracuse. Thank you. Now that has used all of our favors. I believe that has also... Wasn't there a... we need to improve Palermo 5 times and have a shipyard or grand shipyard in Palermo. Alright, Palermo. Here's your shipyard. And you need to be improved 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Here we go. Now, as soon as that finishes, we'll be done with another mission. The other thing is that now I believe we are in position to declare war on Portugal. Let's make sure our military... Yep, that military is in position. These generals are in position, though some of them are short a general. Let's have no general attached to that. And attach him over here so that this army has what it needs. Okay. And then we actually are starting to get close to time on Diplo and Mill, so we will probably not take those next. Alright. They're allied with England, Ethiopia, and New Providence. What is New Providence? New Providence. I don't even know what that country is. I assume it's a colony of some kind. Finland, New Scandinavia, Greek. I don't even know where that country is. I guess we'll find out when we declare war. So let's go to war. Declare war. We're going to go for conquest of these provinces because we want to actually... Wari and Boni. I thought I was claiming these. What have I actually claimed? Let's make sure I know what the war goal is before we... Matsolo. Oh, okay. Well, we have troops in position. We can take that. So we've managed to claim that stuff, I guess. This was controlled by Portugal. Okay, well that army's sort of out of position. That's fine. We can get that. So we're going to declare war on Matsolo. We are going to call in Castile on an offer of territory. We will give them land and call them in. And we are going to give them a lot of land. Oh, New Providence is that pirate island. That's what it is. Alright, and confirm. Now, we are going to immediately march at top speed onto all the forts we can reach. We will also take our troops and... No, we don't want to auto-transport. I would like to walk here. Thank you. Walk there. This army will need to come off of its autonomous rebel suppression in order to... That half go there, this half go up here. Oh, and England actually has... This is England, I guess, now. After we destroyed them. Well, we'll turn our army around and deal with them in a minute, too. Alright, let's do this. I should have walked them in here. I should have got access from Castile. Come over here. We need war score. Salt. Let's come over here and see if our armies can engage Portugal here. Go, that'll do it. Enemies are sieging our provinces in Wolof. England has decided to go on the offensive. Okay. Looks like we have sieged the war goal pretty easily. I think we'll be able to get to the capital first, because we're going to probably siege this first. Pause. And let's go for Lisboa. I've never been so focused on who is in control of sieges and like who's making what progress. There we go, we are on the capital. Alright, let's come back down here. I believe we have sieged this out. Let's now go for England. We probably can get England out of the war. We can take another defensive idea, but do we want to fall behind on technology? Probably not. That's probably a tech we want to take, so we will wait for that. And this is probably a good stopping point. We're at time. And in the next episode, we will continue the war with Portugal, which is just an elaborate game to feed stuff to Castile, so they will give me Italy. So I will see you next time.